The Binarycore Podcast is brought to you this week by 2pipscast. 2Ps in a Podcast is a storytelling podcast by Gavin and James, where they discuss random subjects and tell stories about their life and friendships. Often they have guests. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not, but no episode is complete without a dick joke or two. Highbrow stuff. You can check out their stuff at 2pipscast.podbean.com or search for 2pipscast on iTunes. Also, check them out on Twitter at 2pipscast. You'll also be able to find a link to their sites in the link dump below.
Y'all ready for this?
Wow.
Right in the centre of your forehead.
No, it was there actually, but yeah.
That's not helpful. Where was it, Adam?
Where was it?
There! I missed. Fail. I wasn't looking, I was looking that way, so that was... Yeah.
Oh yeah, your hand in front of your eye and everything.
Stop crying, Adam.
Yeah.
Fine.
So Adam asked me if I had a dictionary to spell a word, and I was like, no, but I have the internet. What kind of world are you living where people actually go for a dictionary?
I have a dictionary, I use it.
Like to hand, right now, you'd go and look for a dictionary instead of just going on the internet.
Sometimes.
You have a laptop right in front of you.
What if you didn't know how to spell?
I didn't.
Oh, what it meant. You just wanted a word.
It's a word. Well, then you type in... what? So just I need a bit more on this. Like,
So
you don't know the word or its meaning, but you're looking for it.
Yeah.
No, there's two separate... Like, you don't know how to spell the word, so...
Yeah. No, listen to
Okay,
that.
mathematics
If you don't know how to spell the word,
Right? But you know what it means.
yeah.
Well, you could type in the
you
meaning.
can phoneticize it and it'll
Yeah,
give you
but
the correct
can
Okay.
get multiple meanings.
Okay, fine. I don't know how to spell the word, but I know its meaning. I'll give you a dictionary, find the word. How's that going to help you?
Like what?
Same reason.
Well,
It's going to be the same problem if you go on the
this,
internet.
if this wasn't on and I had to turn on electronic device, I'd rather just go find a book.
I mean, your phone. Like, your phone is always going to be on.
Yeah, I don't always use it though.
But you should.
I just went off right then. I'm going to ignore it for like an hour or so.
Yeah.
No,
you
it's
can-
Lucy. You text it.
Yeah. But I see the point you're getting at because...
Yeah, but it was like, do you have a dictionary? No, but I have the internet.
But people do that for everything, not just words. Like my sister, she'll put her laptop down upstairs and come downstairs and ask me if Bruce Willis was in this particular movie. Like IMDb, you just put your laptop down to come and ask me that.
Oh, by the
I
way,
would have said yes.
just like I say,
Yeah.
David's here in person.
I'm here in person.
He is a
It's
person.
Dadge from Dadgegaming.
Subscribe.
Yeah, you little plug-in
all you
piece. No, but it's... I was talking to Karis's granddad about this, and he was saying I was talking to someone, and they were talking about a road near where he used to live, but he didn't know where exactly the road was, but he remembers the name. The guy he was talking to then pulls out an OS map, and he was like, why didn't you just use the internet? It'd be a lot easier. And I thought that was quite good, how someone 2 generations older is even suggesting use technology than use an OS map. Because I remember when I first got my car, my mum was like, here's an ordnance survey map, if you get lost and all that, but who really would reach for an OS map now?
Well, it's still handy to have.
It's handy to have.
If you run out of battery.
Yeah, if you run out of battery, but if I've got full battery and an OS map, I'm going to use my phone.
What if you're in a no signal area?
Yeah, so
But I know, but I'm saying if I had
Your phone would be
perfect
your
option,
primary
yeah,
source.
my
Yeah.
primary source, but if my phone's not going to work, sure, OS map, but I'm going to go for the phone first.
maybe I'll just have a
So what you're
spare
saying is on
phone.
long journeys we should always take a dictionary
But
in case someone can't
Yes.
grip a word.
Especially if you don't know the spelling or the meaning.
Yeah, so there we go. There we go, we're sorted. Always have a dictionary on long journeys.
But not having a dictionary takes the fun out of those kind of games that you play where you pick a random word and then start off a sentence.
Having the internet takes the fun out of most games. You can't go to a pub quiz without someone really being on their phone to figure out the answers.
I think pub quizzes expect you to be on your phone now, so...
I don't think they do.
Oh, right, well, I mean...
And then what's the point?
Oops. I mean, we had...
They'll be like, okay, here's the question sheet and here's the answer sheet. Fuck it.
We had a
just-
Christmas quiz at work, and like we were desperately trying not to cheat, even though we knew other tables were, because we had the head at our table, so we couldn't cheat.
Oh, right, of the school. Sorry, I was just like, you had a head at your table. What the fuck?
That's a really weird way to put people off cheating.
Are you going to use your phone? Clonk. That was the last guy who cheated. Motherfucker.
Yeah. We won because we cheated. Eventually, we snuck around and started using our phones.
That doesn't surprise me.
See, that is a terrible moral to a story.
Yeah.
Cheating wins. In fact, it was the head of the school that did the most cheating. He gave
Was
us
that
the
you
answer.
saying about the internet?
I said it's based on opinion. So it's all own opinion.
Except for the fact part.
Yeah, apart from that. You ever use Wikipedia? What's wrong with you?
But the book is
fact on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Are you admitting that there is fact on Wikipedia?
Except for that one that you're talking about.
There's always fact on
No,
Wikipedia.
this is the thing.
I remember, like, what's the most recent fact you've read on Wikipedia, Dave?
Oh, don't get me involved in this. I can't remember what I'm supposed to say.
Was it that John
We had
White?
this, yeah.
Was it
Yeah, this all planned, did you?
Yeah, we've been planning this for
Pretend that you
weeks.
didn't have it all planned, and this is all sort of.
It's a ruse.
I call shenanigans on this. I think
All that planning down the drain. We planned that for
I
like
get-
minutes.
I get why, like, when you're doing like referencing of sort of university things, they say you shouldn't use Wikipedia because it can be edited by anyone.
Yeah.
But it's vetted so well that realistically, Wikipedia is a good source to go to. More often than not, it is. But
It
there
is.
is always the
The
option. that it
references
isn't.
references at the bottom of Wikipedia are
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah, obviously,
For
go to the
university.
find it all out of Wikipedia and then go to those references.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's what I did
Mine.
as well.
Yeah.
If any of my tutors are listening to this, this is lies. I never did that. Actually, no, they'd be fine with
You
that.
just want to fit in with the crowd.
Yeah, I just want to be
be.
accepted. Can I have a shark mark, please?
It's so cool, isn't it?
Except for trying to drink out of it.
Yeah.
You're trying to your nose gets in the way. Not that you have a big nose or anything.
I told her how a Na'vi nose, actually.
A what?
A Na'vi nose from Avatar.
From the side, it
See
kind
that,
of.
yeah.
That wasn't what I was expecting. Let's move on.
So when he first said Navi, I thought you meant Navi, and I was like, what, the annoying
Hey,
little...
listen.
Hey, listen!
Well, he's similar.
Yeah. Plus, you're the Barry of this podcast now, so
Yeah.
you look nothing like... Was it James last night said that Barry looks like he...
Joffrey.
A black-haired Joffrey. I can't see that
No,
at
I
all.
can't
Like,
either.
No.
because Barry was like, "Oh, I look like Cillian Murphy."
Maybe
I was like,
we're too attuned to Barry's face, so we can't see it.
I don't
suppose.
think he looks like Cillian Murphy, but he looks more like Cillian Murphy than Joffrey.
yeah, that was what we were getting at.
Have you seen that yet?
What's this?
It's
That's amazing.
The
What
Star
is it?
Trek video, the new Star Trek video game, the trailer that was released with Shatner versus Gorn.
Yes, the thing I don't
amazing.
get is 46 years later.
No.
I can't believe he's 82.
I know, he looks amazing. I'd still do it.
Shatner is 82.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
William Shatner is 82, and it was the iconic fight, him versus the Gorn,
Yeah.
46 years ago. And they redid it, him now with a guy in a suit. They didn't redo it properly. They're in like a house, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that they might probably be in Shatner's house, I reckon.
Yeah, but
82.
But yeah, no, that was the thing. I was like, 46 years? That can't
Are you
be right.
sure?
Yeah, he's 82. I looked it up because I
Yeah,
couldn't
he's-
believe
he
that
is
Look it
46
up on
years.
Wikipedia.
No, IMDb. Idiot.
Does anyone have a dictionary so I can check this?
No.
Maybe in the dictionary. You need the IMDb book.
The IMDb book. Like, do you remember
Okay.
when? I mean, this is years ago.
Holy
Did you ever
shit,
have
he's
Encarta?
82.
Yeah.
Did you ever use Encarta
Literally just turned 82.
for like all of your facts?
I did,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
When I was a child.
whatever happened to that thing?
That's a volcano! Oh,
Yeah. Jeez, that was like a staple of my like school life.
Yeah, it was, you'd always go to Encarta to find things out, and now you just Google it.
Yeah. We need to think.
Unless you're the Amazing Spider-Man, where you use Bing. I
I'm
never
assuming it's
understood
the
that in the
movie
film.
reference.
Yeah, in the movie reference. Why would he use Bing? No one uses Bing.
They paid them money to do it.
Advertising.
So I'm going to censor out the word Bing just so that we're not plugging them.
So every now and then, just replace it with a bing noise.
No, that's too close. Though. I just placed it with Google. And
Duck,
I don't understand why Spider-Man used Google.
you got to say it in a voice so people know that I'm redubbing it, and also this later conversation explaining it.
Gaggle.
Fuck it, Gaggle
Gaggle.
of swans. So okay, what is your best accidentally saw someone naked story?
I don't think I have any accidentally.
See, I want to claim mine's an accident because Tony planning this is a lot freakier.
Yeah, that was already planned.
No, it was. So we're over at Siege's old house in London, and I can hear. What song was it you were playing?
I don't know.
There is a house in New Orleans. That one, House of the Rising Sun.
Oh, right.
That's playing over and over and over. So I think you and Siege are safe in the bedroom, not near anyone else. No, Tony burst through the door, naked, windmilling. Not with his head. Well, a head was involved. His cock was just swinging round and round
I
and
wanted
round.
more alcohol and you guys had some.
Isn't
That makes sense.
and then he ran downstairs where Scott and Laura were. First time Laura had met Tony, does the same thing. Isn't this the same night you escaped out onto the roof?
Chased a cat, apparently.
Yeah, onto the roof, and then knocked on the next door neighbour's windows. Siege's teacher, she was as well. Yeah, so that's my accidentally saw Tony naked story. I mean, most of Putney saw Tony naked in that story. Did it work that time?
No.
Novelty lied to it. It's because you're not smoking it far enough down.
Sure.
You need to smoke more, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, mine will go.
Yeah.
That's what the ashtray's saying.
I'm not done
The
yet.
worst. Yeah. I mean, it's a really good novelty lighter. You're just not smoking enough.
Maybe
Lighter
that's
or
the
ashtray?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
would
you
be
want.
awesome if
Like
it
you
had a
push
lighter
that down and a lighter comes out. So has anyone else got any accidentally saw Tony naked, or anyone? or any?
No, none of the times I've seen
Not-
Tony naked have been accidents.
I've not accidentally seen anyone naked. James wasn't very good at wearing a
Yeah.
dressing gown when we were in the
Oh,
flat.
that was... Yeah, no.
He'd sort of like hang out occasionally and it'd be sort of like right there. But that's about it. And that wasn't once, that was a lot of times.
I suppose your Tony
You can't
story
really
would
talk, can
be
you? Because at least
The one
that was...
on top of the stairs, yeah.
the Monroe
We don't need to
picture.
go into that story.
No, oh no, that one too.
That one,
But I was
that's
saying when we lived in. I'm thinking about when we lived in Grove Hill. I was working for that sales company.
Yeah.
I came home late from work. I was walking upstairs. I was tired. I walk up and all I see is Tony bare ass like dangling himself in the air at the top of the stairs.
Oh dear.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like the Monroe one was worse.
Yeah, the Monroe, but not an accident. Well, accidental on my part. I didn't know what
Yeah,
you
no.
were expecting, but
See, now I'm thinking about it. Tony does do this all on purpose. He just he was probably waiting at the top of the stairs, dangling his ass for a couple of hours just for you to come home.
No, it's as soon as I heard the door.
You're like, I planned this. I know what I'm doing.
Wasn't really planned, it was spontaneous.
A spontaneous plan.
In a
It's like
jungle
he's
of
never got
plants.
undressed so quickly.
It's a Kindle of Kins.
why are you looking up collective nouns?
A Kindle of kittens.
Yeah, it's a knot of toads.
Collective nouns. Oh, okay.
That's what we've been reduced to.
Or a horde of
collective?
prostitutes.
A horde of prostitutes, really?
I always thought it'd be a horror of prostitutes.
Oh, it is.
Wait.
Horde.
Horde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
horde.
As in to collect.
No, it's in WHO.
Oh, right, really?
Really?
That's bad.
It's bad that you didn't realise that straight away.
I was hoping it wasn't that.
Well, you were wrong.
Yes.
This is from
Evidently.
the internet. If it's from the internet, you've got to assume it's going to be
Was it on
cool.
Wikipedia?
No, it's on some website Google found first.
Google claim it.
You got any accidental naked stories?
Damn you, Adam, making me relive this.
Oh, really? You got a good one? Is it Adam? Is it
Yeah,
Adam?
but yet again, it was completely unintentional on my part. In that
We
I
should
walked
hope
in on Adam.
Walked
He-
in on Adam.
he-
This is going to get good.
No. For some reason, whilst we lived at the flat, he had this obsession with opening the front pouch of his boxers. But he didn't take the main bulk out. But the testicle. It was horrible.
Wait, the testicle.
I let
You
my
only
balls
have
hang
one.
out.
The testicles.
So you let your balls hang out of the flap in the front of your box?
Yeah.
Why?
But it would be like
I don't know.
What, it would just
you'd be like
you wouldn't
standing
do
on the
what-
arm of the settee. So then, as I walked in, they were there, and he planned the things like this. And there was dozens and dozens. That's not an exaggeration. It's
How many
dozens
balls
and
do you
dozens
have?
of times.
Dozens of times. What dozens of balls?
To the beginning, he said testicle, like you only had one, and now you've got dozens of balls.
Nothing wrong with more than two. It's healthy.
More than two is healthy.
Yeah.
I've got a spare.
Yeah, what if you get cancer in your balls and you go have a backup?
If you were a Russian with three, they'd called you Hujinika Bolokov.
That's a terrible.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, who has two potatoes? That was a good joke.
Yeah,
What was the dead the son is dead one? Because I couldn't remember it all week.
There were three Latvian. Was it were they
Latvians,
Latvian or Lithuanian? No, they were Lithuanian.
I don't know, but your accent was Latvian.
Whatever. It was three Latvian men. We'll go with Latvian. Three Latvian men in the bar, and one of them was saying that like, "Oh, my son, he's like really good. He has one potato," and then the other guy was like, "Oh, my son's even better than yours. He has two potato," and then the third guy was like, "My son has it best of all. My son is dead," and they're like, "Oh," and then they were all sad.
What?
But no, don't worry. The whole joke is ridiculous because who has two potatoes?
Who has two potato?
So we all having a good chocolate day?
Chocolate day.
It's not a racist thing, David. Don't worry.
I don't know where this assumption has come from, but I'm racist.
You.
Oh yeah.
No.
We should probably clear up that he's not actually racist.
No, and it's actually Easter.
Yeah.
and we all have chocolate
Easter's
today.
racist.
Yeah, totally is. Chicken,
No.
no, sorry, bunnies laying eggs. It's mental.
What?
Bunnies laying eggs. Easter bunny don't give eggs. It's mental. Bunnies don't. They're mammals. They're eggs and
Well,
bolts.
chocolate eggs. What it is effectively, they've just been shitting for days.
I did see a very
What?
graphic picture on Twitter earlier, which
Of what?
depicted the sort of same thing.
Or bunny laying an egg.
It wasn't laying an egg.
I might have to look this up.
Really, you want to find this?
What would I type to search this?
I don't.
Bunny
don't.
shitting egg.
Bunny-
Yeah, Easter bunny shitting egg with man inside who looks like William Shakespeare.
Bunny Shit. What?
I think we've got the name for this week's podcast.
Is it that?
Yes.
Why is it William Shakespeare?
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
But I think we should all be seeing this.
I'll go on the
It's probably
next
a
one, don't
reference
worry
to
about
Easter of some sort, but I don't understand it. I just thought it was quite funny because it's a bunny
It's weird.
shitting
it. It's a
eggs
funny bunny.
and there's blood everywhere.
There's blood everywhere.
Yes.
William Shakespeare X bunnies shitting and blood.
YouTube will love us for using that as a title.
Yeah, no, we had a go at for some of the titles we used.
Yeah, wasn't it like the cat burger one?
Yeah,
And
I think it was.
masturbating cats.
Masturbating cats. It was like podcast 3. YouTube had a go at us over our graphic title names.
Did you just star out the masturbating part then?
No, I think it was the cat bit they had the issue with.
You can't use the word cat.
Alright, we'll change it to dog.
Yeah, no, fine with that.
We'll dub everything over.
Actually, I thought they'd have more of a problem. I don't like how films seem to hate cats, but they love dogs. Like if there's ever like a dog about to get killed in like say in Transformers, you know, they're running through the town and a big Transformer foot's going to come down and going to hit a dog, the dog would escape. Cats just get murdered.
Yeah.
It's true. Hollywood love dogs, but they hate cats.
I've never noticed a cat die.
do
Normally
it all
they
the
just
time.
get thrown out of a window and then
Yeah.
survive.
Wait, is this in movies or is this what you do?
Both.
Don't throw it out of the window. It's a perfectly good washing machine in there.
Why would the window be open?
More questions?
What were we looking for? Yeah, question, John.
Questions, Matt? You got some
Question.
questions?
Is that the only question you
No,
have?
I've got loads, but it's your turn. Sorry, I was finding a video.
It's not quite.
You're really into this podcast.
Oh, fuck you.
You're supposed to be nice to me.
Why?
Why?
When was this happen?
It's Easter.
That's not a rule.
That's not
That's
a thing.
yeah, no.
Is it not?
no.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry
it
to
is.
break it to you.
Well, when is National or International Be Nice to Adam Day? Has it ever
We
happened?
haven't invented it yet.
Well, it was.
And it would
yesterday.
never get past the vetting process.
It was yesterday.
It was
Yeah, you missed it. If you'd have turned up to the flag earlier than, you know, what you
I
did.
turned up before midnight. So you
So?
should have been nice to me.
Did he say hello?
Huh?
Did he say hello
No.
when you got there?
No?
Who?
Anyone?
No.
That's a
They would just ignore me. Like,
No, it was great. He was meant to turn up for a meal last night, but he said that he had a party to go to. But he goes,
Was it a party in your pants?
he said,
I was the only one. My hand was invited.
Jill.
He said, I might be able to turn up to the meal. It depends if Kevin is going to the party. That is what you said.
Yeah.
Depends if Kevin is going to the party. So when him and James turn up, I find out it was Kevin's party.
No, it wasn't Kevin's party. It was at his house.
Nah,
But
that's
he
not the way I'm
often
telling it.
Isn't
No.
there?
Kevin had a party.
Yeah,
wasn't-
you
it
weren't,
was
you weren't
like-
invited.
oh,
Neither
no,
was
it was
James.
like-
James had to pick him up from the party and was like, "Why would I invite him?" And it's like, because you're James, we hate you.
Wait, so James picked you up to from Kevin's to
Well, it
go
wasn't
get
so much a party,
McDonald's
it's like-
and then go to the flag, but you didn't invite me.
No,
So
you
not only
didn't-
did I not get invited to the party, but I didn't get invited to
I
the
said, "Where's
McDonald's
David?"
after.
And he went, "Oh, David doesn't want to come
That's a lie.
Where does he not want to come?
to the party
Oh, right. Oh,
In
you're talking
Adam's-
about
in
going
Adam's
somewhere.
pants, where Jill is.
Jill.
Jill Sandwich. Don't wave at him.
I was showing him Jill.
We know what you do with that hand. Don't wave at him.
Poor me. I'm gonna stop turning up to these podcasts.
I don't think you will.
Really?
No, I won't.
I don't think you have a choice.
Is that what happened to
Hell.
Barry? He just decided to
It's
stop
like,
turning
you know
up to
what?
these podcasts. I get
Where
abused a
is
lot.
He doesn't.
What?
David can be me.
that
That's
much.
Really?
I do. I take all the abuse. If
Yeah,
he
but-
starts to get abused, he sort of like passes it on to me. Texts Matt or something. That's the point. Does he text you?
Quiet, you.
No, he has not.
So is he actually just not going to turn
I
up?
don't think he is.
Who?
Barry, obviously.
Who? We've forgotten who he is already.
We've replaced him.
Oh,
We've got a
really?
David.
That guy. Yeah, so everyone got Barry's character sheet because David can do it tonight.
I think I've got it actually.
David, tonight
You're an
yeah.
undead dwarf who used to be a woman.
Excellent.
Pregnated.
Sorry.
Impregnated by spiders.
Wow.
Oh crap, we're all with a case 9, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
No, all of us.
Yeah, just the most
Yeah.
of us.
There's 2 of us who aren't.
Sucks to be you and me.
And me.
Not me. Oh yeah. For once,
Why
I'm
does
not
one
the
of our saviours have to be Adam?
one. You're all screwed.
I think your main saviour's going to be Lucy, actually.
I think you
You have to save us.
Oh, I know.
help
Me
us,
first.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I mean, if you guys all die, then you
Or I
can
could
safely
let
blame
you
Lucy.
die.
Yeah, you could just let us die.
And then from now on, it will just be Tony and Lucy doing D&D and Adam.
Everyone has to
Yeah.
Maybe
Sexy
just new
D&D.
characters.
If it's just the two of them, Tony will rewrite it and make it really kinky.
And Adam.
Yeah, no,
inserts
Adam's
his
there too.
testicles through his gap in his underwear.
Through
Adam.
his gap.
I'll show you. No.
Adam
No.
and Jill.
Did you just say you were going to show? I swear that's where you were going with it. I'll show. No.
I'll show you the gap that he's talking about. I'm wearing the same underwear. I
You
haven't
have been
changed.
for years.
I saw you naked unintentionally the first time I met you because you were.
Oh, that's true, actually, you did.
And then Tony.
Well, I
walked
wasn't
in
naked.
Tony walked in on you naked. Do you remember that?
Tony has walked in on me naked.
Have I?
When he was laid across the bed.
Oh, intentional. Doesn't count.
And I wasn't naked, I was just peeing. When you walked
Wait.
in.
Oh.
In bed.
different stories.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the first night I met Lucy was in Reflex. I was peeing, and her and Emily decided to walk in to the men's bathroom while I was at the urinal.
Yeah, sure, accidentally.
Who was it?
Well, to be fair, Emily walked in first, so I don't think it was accidental.
I was drunk.
You were just following the crowd.
He was just like, yeah, wherever, Emily, where are we going?
Well, as far as I remember the story, Emily saw you go into the toilet and wanted to go in after you, and then she came out and said to Lucy that she needed to go check it out.
That's fair.
But yeah, I didn't obviously see anything, so I guess it doesn't count. So move on.
Thanks for sharing that, Lucy.
Yeah. You got any more stories? Apparently, you talking is the best part of our podcast.
Yeah, we're all pointless.
Yeah, ask another question.
I've run out of questions now. Yeah. It's Lucy's turn to make some content.
Lucy, think of a question that you want all of us to answer.
Can I just
Oh.
Can any of you show me how to crochet?
Karis can crochet, I think.
Adam can, he's got lots of hand dexterity.
Yeah.
Back on the inside of me. You could have avoided that one. This is just not.
We can't.
No, I
Barry's
couldn't.
my
That
head.
was far too easy. I couldn't have avoided that.
Apparently you can't just Google questions.
Holy shit.
We found something Google can't do.
Google doesn't understand.
I found a lot of things Google can't do.
What's the most unsettling fact you know?
Unsettling fact.
Yeah.
That Adam is real.
Wow. We're not even trying anymore to insult Adam. We just go for
It's
it.
just happening. Yeah, I know. This is great.
There's going to be 250,000 children in London who don't have a primary school to go to. That makes me sad. That's the most unsettling.
That is pretty unsettling.
Yeah.
That's
I found
a
out
quarter of a
that
million.
when people tickle you, the reason you laugh is a nervous reaction to the sensation of being covered in bugs.
Really?
Yeah,
That's rather unsettling.
a little bit.
Yeah, no,
I
but
think
that's
what's unsettling is all those kids dying in Africa because they keep falling out of their hammocks.
Is this what you were saying last night?
Have you thought the epidemic in Africa is caused by children falling out of their hammocks because their parents can't afford nets? And then
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, this is true.
Well, you actually thought this?
I got mistaken when they said net. I immediately thought of,
Hammocks.
To catch them.
hammocks. Yeah, to catch them. Because I could, if they can't afford water, how the fuck can they afford a cop? So my natural thinking is that they just string them up. But that wouldn't be so bad.
You'd think if that was actually the case, they'd have the hammocks lower to the ground.
Yeah,
You think they'd be clever enough to figure that out?
Yeah, but they don't have engineers.
they're African.
Hammocks are
Yeah, that's an engineering problem. Yeah.
They're like miles behind everyone in like, everything.
That's like a
They've only
natural
just got mobile
response in
phones.
my job. That's like a natural response in my job. It's an engineering problem. Let them do it.
Oh. So, because you were talking about hammocks last night, and I had no idea what you were talking about. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It's just,
Now I get it as well.
yeah, because it's just you were talking, and I turned around and you were like hammocks, and I was like, I have no idea what you're doing. And then you were doing this motion, and I was like, that's sign language for banana, and then you went banana hammock.
That was my joke.
Oh, it wasn't funny then.
I think my picture on the podcast is just going to be sad face, isn't it?
Was that you replace you on the podcast with your flash picture?
Oh yes.
Oh, I hate you. That picture doesn't exist.
You sent that to me on like, was that on Twitter?
picture?
Picture.
No, I sent you
What picture?
by
You've seen the
actual.
picture.
Well,
by
put it
my-
on Twitter because I want to put it in the link. Did you not have a flash mask?
I couldn't find. I found it now, but I couldn't find it that night.
I like that
We
you.
were just playing Guitar Hero today, and then I turned around and Adam's sitting there next to me in his flash mask.
Guess what I found?
When
I like that
When-
in your costume. The foot part was so small that you could see your shoes underneath.
Yeah. When Adam goes to me, he goes, "Oh, I'm going dressed as the Flash." My response was, "Ah," and
The wrong Flash.
Yeah, the wrong Flash. And then for some reason I went Flesh Gordon. I imagine there's probably a porn that exists of that.
There is.
To which Adam goes, "There is." Apparently you've seen it.
No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen that it exists.
All right.
What was that thing you said the other day? Rule 37?
Rule 34.
34?
If you can think of it, a porn exists.
Yeah.
How do you not know that?
Because
He does. He just said he did it.
No, but you said it the other day, like it was the first time you heard it.
Yeah, it was. That's why.
No, we tried to go through.
Sure,
What are
that
you
was on
doing
the
with your
podcast.
glasses?
Hmm?
That's not how you wear glasses. You're doing it wrong.
It's a new style. Now, clearly, if they're falling off my face.
Yeah, no, we went through
That's how
before.
Google Glass
Like,
works.
What falls off your face?
do you know, companies are already trying to to outlaw like Google glasses because of the problems that they will have, like driving while wearing them, and the fact that it's an invasion of privacy because it's constantly filming and taking pictures.
It's not constantly.
No, but it
It
could
does
be.
it if you tell it to.
Yeah, but it could be, and it's an invasion of privacy, and how if you're driving with them on, it'll be distracting because it's a HUD.
But I think they've tested it and it's not.
Well, it needs to have a function of you can turn them off while
Yeah.
you're driving.
Well, what if you accidentally hit someone and it's just going to record the whole instant, or if you do it on purpose and you don't want it to record that?
Well, that happened
and you don't
in
know
a
when that's going to
McDonald's.
happen.
Or if you do it on purpose, I'm pretty sure if you do it on purpose, you'll know to turn the Google.
Well, yeah, but you won't.
I'm gonna go hit
Yeah,
that
but
guy.
what-
Hang on.
What if they
okay,
just?
Google, turn off.
What if they just suddenly appear there and you think, oh, yeah, I'll fucking go for you?
Well, they can't hit you. You're wearing glasses. It's like a rule. But no, that happened to a guy. He was in a McDonald's in France, and he's got really bad eyesight, but he's created a camera system where he wears like glasses that allow him to see. He got told off by the manager for wearing them because they said he was recording everything that's going on there. And they don't like it. He then got assaulted by the staff members breaking the glasses, and they threw him out there. He was there with his family, but it recorded the whole incident, and so he
I
got
remember this.
quite a lot of money
Yeah.
from McDonald's because they didn't like nicely say, "Can you get out?" They grabbed him, ripped them off. They're surgically attached to his face, but they ripped them off because it's like grafted on, and yeah, the whole
So,
incident.
yeah, he got. Well, they got into a shitload of trouble.
Yeah, they got a lot of
Because
trouble
they were
for
being
that.
Cunts. Should probably bleep that bit.
No, we're allowed to say that word because you watched that Rooster Teeth video where Ray said
Yeah.
cunt, and you're allowed to say it now. He had this big problem with we're not allowed to say cunt on any of our videos. Because
I don't have a problem with you saying
that's
it.
what you
but
said.
YouTube has a problem.
Clearly not.
No, YouTube doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Apparently that's like one of the rules that you don't say it, but in the opening of...
To be fair, they had a go at us for masturbating cats.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, when you say it like that, it kind of.
Yeah. That sounds like a really dodgy video that we uploaded.
Do you not remember our first Borderlands Let's Play? Where
Yeah.
it starts with Tony going, "Oh, look at the kiddie's penis." And I was like, "Tony, can you not do that in recording?" He goes, "Touch the kiddie's penis."
So that's why we called the whole thing. That's why we called the podcast "Masturbating Cats," wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because we were talking about that. That's
Yeah.
the reason why we did it.
All right.
I thought, wasn't
But no, but the point was in the
wasn't that one
video
where we
you were
talked
trying
about
to...
one-handed de-essing?
No, it's fine with us. It's specifically Tony.
No,
Totally.
the cat
Totally.
is fine with me, Sam. He
The
claws
cat
it
loves
now.
it.
That's why the cat keeps coming back. Only attention it gets.
I looked
You're not-
up some questions.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah. Okay.
There's a really good question. It says it's like questions to ask in podcasts.
Oh,
and
right.
it's, how did war change you?
No, that's a really difficult
That
question.
is.
Well, I don't know.
Considering they killed my whole family,
Yeah.
and then
The
famine
war
came
with the
along.
Covenant
It's
fucking
not
up.
to who is in the podcast. So it's
Do you... Okay, would you class genocide as war?
Oh my god,
Because you didn't really fight the war, you just ended it.
There you go. I'm saviour.
I mean, not really.
I
You
did
killed
good.
Not to everybody
two
you killed.
civilizations were having a war, and you killed both of them.
Did they stop warring?
I don't
Did
think
they
that's
stop
a war.
warring?
Did they stop
Did
warring?
they stop warring?
I don't know. Did you
Yes,
kill all of
they
them?
did.
I just worked out. Okay. never mind.
What?
I think I've just worked out.
You haven't.
Okay then.
What?
Because I'm just getting up to that bit in Mass Effect 3.
Alright.
There's a cat. Hello.
Okay, so you said the Covenant War
Yeah,
fucked you up.
Covenant Wars fucked me up, man.
Yeah.
I can't sleep at night. I keep seeing brutes.
Ugly fuckers.
Every time I close my eyes, man.
You just went from like a really serious face to. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I assume we can only really take it from wars from games because none of us have been in an actual fucking war except for Adam with his genocide dick.
That was from a game.
No, it wasn't. That was
I've
real
been in a
life,
few
man.
flame wars.
Did you win?
No.
Did it change you?
No.
I'm still an asshole. Any other good questions? Because that one didn't seem to work.
How would your classmates remember you? It's a really random list of questions.
Fondly.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They wouldn't. They all died in the war.
All a bit deep.
Well, we like deep ones.
Oh.
That's what she said.
That is that.
Yeah.
how
That's it.
would
He's
you
officially one of us. He said it.
remembered- No, a little bit much.
Mumbling.
Do continue.
No, we're waiting for you.
We don't have anything to continue.
Our
with.
user demographic has said that you
How
are the
do
best
imagine
part.
your death?
How do you imagine your death? That's
How do I imagine it?
I imagine
With a bang but not a whimper.
But like Assassin's Creed 3.
Far, far,
Did
far in
you
the
say you
future.
imagine your death like Assassin's Creed 3? What, utterly disappointing?
Oh, it's a particular website for story. Oh, it is like for people who've been to war. Oh, God.
Is the forum called peoplehave-gone-to-war.com?
I think it's to help people. On
So to help people, you ask them, did the war change you? The war that you're probably trying to figure out, did it change you?
Yeah.
We already know it changed you.
Tony used to be such a sweet and innocent boy before the war.
I can't believe that. I genuinely cannot believe that's even possible.
Yes, I used to be a boy.
If you were an animal, what would you be?
Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
It's my animal.
Now, that was in a film.
It's my spirit animal.
That was in a film. I'm pretty sure there was a half shark, half octopus thing. It's one of those really crap, like Mega Ant versus Crocosaurus.
Oh yeah,
films.
Mega Ant. Yeah, it was
Mega
all the
Ant's
strength
pretty
is
cool.
mine. I could pick up the world on my back and carry it to the moon.
Not sure you're sure how physics works.
If I'm a giant fucking ant, I can understand.
A fucking ant. Just the normal ants.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. I fuck the world because I'm a giant ant. Or use people's. Oh, nothing to me.
Is torture ever
Use
a
people
good
as-
option?
Yes.
Yes.
In the bedroom.
Nipple tweak.
Ooh.
Come on, Lucy. It's your one job here.
She has a job.
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
paying her for it. So looking for a
You
little
haven't
random
paid me in a long
questions.
time. You said you were going to pay me one cigarette every 3 weeks.
Yeah, then I quit smoking.
Where's my payment?
Well, you owe me quite a lot of cigarettes, really, so you're working it off.
What a
You're working
bastard.
off your debt.
What a bastard.
I was looking for this random list of questions, and the one question that stood out here was, "How do you like your eggs in the morning?" And unfertilised was the only thing.
Well, not anymore for you.
No, my eggs are fine.
You have eggs.
Do you have eggs?
Ooh.
No. What's your biggest
Yeah.
fear?
Spiders.
Orangutan.
Not your feet.
No.
Like, if you were to combine those two, your two biggest
Spiders
fears.
with feet.
Spiders with feet. Like, spiders with toes. It's that specifically, isn't it?
Terrifying. I'm sure we've had this
Yeah,
conversation.
it sounds
before.
familiar. Like, if you had like a giant spider with feet and toes and
It would
fuck
be
you up.
terrifying.
Is it a random topic? Generator?
Like exploding teeth.
I'm not that fussed about teeth.
No, exploding teeth.
Yeah, I'm not that fussed about that.
That's your biggest fear.
Batman's pretty scary, to be fair.
Oh, speaking of Batman,
Yeah.
did any of you see the video I shared on Facebook of the
Don't go on
Injustice?
Facebook. Oh, but Injustice,
What's
that
Facebook?
the guy who plays Arrow is playing Green Arrow in it. Yeah.
He's doing the voice for it.
It had been bothering me who he was because he looked like someone, but I knew it wasn't him. It's Chris O'Donnell. He looks like.
Yeah.
And it had been really bothering me for like the episodes. I was like, why do I recognise you? And Cass was like, he just has one of those faces. And I was like, no, there is a specific person he looks like.
I don't see it.
Really? He looks just like Chris O'Donnell.
Not just like,
But no, but
a little bit. I can see
more
it.
like anyone else. Like
The guy who plays Arrow. I don't know if you haven't seen the trailers or whatever, so you might not know.
Looks like the guy that plays Robin.
Yeah.
God, we don't talk
I
about
don't. I try not to remember him as Robin.
Fair enough. I can't think of anything else he's been in.
He's in NCIS
NCIS
Los Angeles.
I don't watch that.
he was also
It's
in
good.
Greys. He played Dr. Finn, who was the vet that
Again, that's
what's the
not
main
how it
character? Meredith. She
Yeah.
went out
Meredith
with.
Grey.
Really?
Yeah.
That was Chris. Really?
Yeah. You remember the vet?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
him. I don't remember that being.
That was Chris.
O'Donnell.
I stopped watching that. It got too depressing.
Really? Grey's Anatomy depressing?
They killed off Lexi and
I didn't
Yeah.
get that
You're
far.
lucky I'm
Spoilers.
just at that bit, so that's not a spoiler for me.
Well, I haven't got that far yet.
I know it's like a year ago now, so I mean, it shouldn't be a spoiler.
Sure, no, it's not.
To be fair, I've seen the first three seasons. That's
Can I
it.
see it? A little bit?
No.
Little bit?
See,
Little bit?
Mouth, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, the mouth is the one bit that I don't
Chris
agree with.
O'Donnell and Sam Worthington's a better fit.
Yeah.
Sam
Do you mean Sam-
Avatar.
Do you mean Sam? Is it Wentworth?
No, it's
No,
Worthington,
Worthington.
isn't it? Yeah,
looks
Worthington.
nothing like him.
The guy-
Avatar.
That guy.
Ed.
Avatar.
He was an Avatar.
Those two
Yeah, he was
look
the main
nothing
guy.
like each other.
What?
But, yeah,
That's a
Those
perfect
two
match.
people look nothing
Oh, they
like
do.
each other.
They do.
Yeah.
Nothing like
He was
each
the guy
other.
without. He was the guy whose legs didn't work in Avatar, then became an Avatar.
Oh, okay, then I'm thinking about a different guy.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Seriously, nothing like each other.
They do. We should put this around a table
Yeah.
because I think
This is.
We should put it to a vote.
Put it to vote. Well, we've got
put
2
it-
votes for yes.
Alright.
1 vote for John's wrong.
We should put it to the listeners.
Oh, it will be.
What listeners?
Me.
Maybe.
That's why I said it.
Wait, it's going to be Barry this week.
Alright. Him? Apparently looks like him.
Don't say
More
it.
so
Don't
than the other
see
guy.
it.
More so
Oh,
than
what?
the
I think
guy
this
for
is
Zarek.
just some white racism.
Yeah. Which, yeah,
God,
that-
it's
All
the guy
you
who plays
white people
Arrow.
look the same.
we did have that question earlier. What is your most racist white joke that these two look alike? There we go, done.
All white people look alike.
Dude, there could be some white people listening to this.
They look like the
That's all right.
moon.
Are you going to listen to this? Or because you're on it, you're not going to listen.
I don't need to. I've heard it once.
See?
You're not allowed on our podcast anymore. There's one viewer we're losing.
No, because Barry's not here, so it's alright, he'll listen.
He listens to it twice anyway.
Yeah, he
listens
he's
to it
here.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. Then he listens to it. Then he
Oh.
listens to it when he's gaming anyway.
Does it pump him up? Hear his own voice?
Yeah,
Yeah, go on,
He just-
Barry.
he just
I
jacks
usually
it.
listen to this whilst I'm playing like FTB or something.
Yeah. Just feed the beast if you're wondering.
It's a Minecraft.
See you, Sam.
Bye, Sam. Good luck.
Go for
Come-
halfway.
Now that he's gone, we've run out of things to say now. That he's
Go for
gone.
halfway.
I went to random topic generator and it came out of goat meat.
Goat meat, everyone. Goat meat.
Isn't that just goat cheese?
No.
Well, no, cheese
I mean-
kind of meat.
I was gonna say
That's the
that.
yellow treat.
I
And
keep-
keep from my teeth.
I keep referencing that, and Karen goes, "I have no idea what you're on about." And I was like, "Why does no one know what I'm on about?"
There's a lot of reasons.
They know what I'm on about.
Did
Do you know what I'm on about?
No.
It's because you suck
Coming at
cock.
me like a yellow guy.
Wow. I'll have you know that's not true.
Oh no, there was a question. It was
Prove
what was something?
Fine, I just won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has to get his cock out first.
You have to wait until you see it.
You may be turned. It was what was something non-sexual that you do in secret?
Mm.
That was a question made earlier, wasn't it?
No, something weird that's non-sexual.
Alright.
Yeah, your weirdest non-sexual thing that you
Weirdest non-sexual thing that you do in secret. I've no idea. There's nothing I really do in secret. That's weird.
That's a lie.
What is it then?
No,
What sure is that?
he wouldn't know because it's a secret.
He wouldn't know where his is because
No, yours.
I asked him what his is.
Oh,
I don't know. I've probably got something that it's probably the thing is it's probably not that weird to
Or
me.
it's not weird to you, yeah.
I left all the cutlery and put it back.
Yeah, but you do that in a
That's
sexual
standard
way.
for you, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have anything to say if I'm.
If you do that in a sexual way, you molest the cutlery as well, don't
No,
you?
I don't. The spoon.
which is why I'm glad I wash everything up before I use it.
I heard you don't wash up.
Yeah. There's all those cups that are yours on the side out there.
You know what mine?
Yeah, they are. You make yourself a glass of water and then you just leave it there.
Only one of them is, well, two of them is mine.
Well.
Sometimes Tony just puts cups out and blames you.
He fills them with water.
Yeah.
Half
No, I
that one was Matt's. That one was Matt's.
You just got a load of your DNA that you just keep swabbing down the top. Because if we check it, it'll be yours.
I feel like we're now giving him ideas.
Yeah, Tony's a sadistic fuck.
Am I?
No, you're not. Because if we tell him he is.
Lucy, have you got any more topics?
Wow.
Converse?
I said that.
Surely you've got topics backed up that we've not.
Well, no, I did, but we've started using them. Matt was meant to give me 3 topics a week, but then
I've
he
been on
didn't.
holiday.
What about? I mean, sure.
Really, doing what?
Gaming.
There was loads. Like 2 weeks ago, we had loads that we hadn't gone through.
No,
Yeah.
we've used them.
Really? Every single topic.
Oh, some were shit.
Right.
Matt came up with them.
Oddest misconception you've had about the opposite gender growing up?
Didn't we have? Oh, it's one we mentioned
They
earlier.
had
Yeah.
cooties.
Um,
Come on,
You mean they don't?
Right? No, they
That
don't.
explains-
is this the reason?
Damn it!
Adam,
Why didn't nobody
Adam,
tell
we're
me
going to the
sooner?
flag tomorrow night.
Why didn't nobody tell me sooner?
What?
Did you ever pretend to be a girl?
I
Well, not you, but...
Yes, once.
No, actually, Lucy, did you ever
Pretend to be a girl.
like to pretend I was a boyfriend, but I wasn't very good at it.
But wait, in what context? Like you'd cut your hair short and go out and...
No, you just like pretend like you play with friends and you boys.
I used to wear women's clothes for a bit.
That's more normal. But, like, so what? You just out with your friends? You're like, tonight I'm gonna be the dude, and then like, and then what? Then what?
I'm Luke tonight.
And you're dressing up.
How old?
Like 7.
Oh, that's fine then.
Alright, okay.
And there's like, you know, you're like 15,
got a little less
I'll be
weird.
the guy. Sometimes she's the girl, sometimes you're both the girl. It's hot. And
Depends who's wearing the strap on.
I was only child, I
Wow.
had to be everyone.
you grew up with a few like mental problems. Just like, so you wore women's clothing?
I did.
How old?
For about 15.
No,
From about 15, you haven't stopped?
no, he hasn't stopped.
No, I haven't.
No.
We call
No,
him
I haven't.
Arabella at weekends.
Harabella.
Why
Not
not?
what it says, but I
That's
like that.
not the name I would have picked. Matilda.
Start- yeah, 'cause it was.
You just there throwing carrots across the room. That's what it was.
No, I did for. I
Yeah,
did
roll
for
dial
a bit.
reference, motherfucker.
I had for a bit. It was fun.
Twit.
That was a good book.
You ever been on Omegle and pretended to be a girl?
Once. It got weird, really.
I don't know. I found out that, you know, most people, they start off with ASL, and as soon as you say male, they close the connection. So I was like, if I say female, are they going to stay on? They do. And then they get really weird, so I close the connection. But if I'm ever on Omegle, if someone starts off with ASL straight away, I'll close it, because I'd rather have a random conversation with someone, not my gender being afflicted on the conversation. Like the last time I was on it, someone just asked me a random question, and I was like, "That's quite interesting." And we just had this long conversation about like politics and philosophy, and it was quite interesting. It wasn't something I expected to have on Omegle because it's full of crap.
And you?
Yeah, mostly me.
They have an over 18 section now.
What, just for sexy time?
Just for, well, yeah. But I don't think there are any women on it. I think it's just guys.
There's a penis. There's another penis. There's another penis.
Yeah, that's why I've never been on chat roulette. Because on chat roulette, don't you have to have your webcam on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad,
No, you don't.
do you not
You
anymore?
can have a random moving face instead of the webcam.
Random movie.
Yeah, just
Yeah, no, it's just a static face and the mouth moves when you talk.
That's weird.
That's more weird.
Yeah, but
And then every now and again a penis appears just so we
There's
know.
this thing where if you're caught being offensive or whatever, you then have to go to a screen.
I heard
You're
this, you
banned.
have to vet it. Yeah.
You're banned for like 5 minutes, and you have to go to a screen where you're shown a bunch of other people who've been banned, and you have to click on all the penises. That's pretty much
I
it.
don't get what's the reason behind that. Just so that all you
Then
have to do
So
is
you don't do it again because you don't want to
No,
go near the penises.
Not only that, it's matched up, so other people have been banned as well. If you're all clicking the same pictures, then they get matched up, and that's one. And once you've done 5 of the pictures that other people have clicked,
that person then gets banned.
That person gets banned permanently.
Oh, okay.
And then because you've picked the 5 people, the other people have also said, yeah, this is a penis, this is a penis.
So
this
you're
is a
not just
penis.
picking random pictures. You are
Yeah.
actually doing your job.
Yeah, because we found we were just clicking we clicked every picture and nothing happened. Then we started clicking ones that actual penises and stuff started happening. Sounds a lot dodgier than it was. Yeah.
Why were you banned? Was it because of your penis?
You're clicking on penises.
Yeah.
It just makes sense as to why you're banned.
Why didn't you just not
Sounds
go
like
on
Habbo
chat
Hotel all
roulette?
over again.
Unplug your
Oh, Habbo
roulette?
Hotel, that was.
Habbo Hotel was amazing.
Why? Were there
I
many
got a
penises in
lifetime
Habbo
ban
Hotel?
for 11
I don't
years.
remember.
How do you get a lifetime ban for 11 years?
It was like you have a lifetime ban that expires 2053 or something. No, it was
That's
not.
not 11
2015. This is like 6 years ago.
It wasn't 6 years
So
ago.
2
Is
years
it the
left.
flat 2009?
I've got a picture
Why
of it
did you
somewhere.
get banned?
We thought it would be funny to just every time we'd just go on Habbo, pick somebody who was on there just to be a dick, and then we'd just be a dick back. But it was funny. Not like I just explained
For
it. So
instance, you did what?
just like
You saw a
racism
dick, so you
and stuff.
There was one.
We ended up with about 12 accounts each.
We
that
went
night.
on at one point and
We just
like
kept getting banned.
the third person that was with us walked up to one person and just went, "I fucked your mum," and he went, "My mum's dead." He said, "That's what made it interesting." Banned.
See, the internet does have that thing where you want to be a dick because of the anonymity.
Yeah.
You want to be a dick on it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but back when you pretended to be a boy, you did, yeah.
look at Habbo Hotel.
You've seriously never been on
I've
Habbo?
been on
I think
Habbo.
that's the kind of thing you'd
I
play.
went to the
You're not allowed to
sleepovers
talk on
in
Habbo
Dubai.
anymore. Apparently. I don't know if that's still a thing.
Which
but-
one you
They
to
still
talk.
have the like really racist, really blacked up guys with huge afros.
Yeah, we did when I was on there, but years ago.
But you know, I read in the news a while ago because of a lot of paedophilia, they decided to turn off talking.
So what the
What
fuck's
is
the
the
point
point?
of Habbo Hotel? What, to make a room?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man.
Actually, that sounds like something you'd be into. Because it sounds just like Minecraft.
No, you can talk on Minecraft, it's great.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
build
you
more
can.
And you don't get to actually build it.
No.
In Habbo, you don't get to do it.
Yeah, that's fine. Habbo, isn't it just...
Here's a chair. Put it somewhere. There you go.
And like, don't you have to pay to get more chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy credits. Or you buy credits to dive off the diving board, press the buttons and do the diving moves.
How many times did you pay for that?
I had a mobile phone and you could like SMS.
Embarrassing things he did in secret. Habbo Hotel.
Yes, that works actually. For me,
For you, it's what?
for me, it has better.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
that's not
yeah.
what I thought you. I thought
Yeah, I
it was going to be
was
a
gonna
really
say-
interesting story.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise. I'm sorry.
What did you say? I still didn't actually catch what you said.
I said for me as well. The Habbo
Oh,
Hotel
yeah.
is
Oh.
the embarrassing thing because it is quite embarrassing.
I can't remember. I was...
It's even more embarrassing when we got bored of griefing people on Habbo Hotel, so we decided to join a Star Trek RP
Nice.
on Habbo.
What
we
you
got
want
told
to
off because we didn't RP properly.
what you want to do is join a Star Trek one, but RP is Star Wars. I reckon that would piss them right off.
Yes.
We should have done it.
So,
Habbo tonight.
should we all play Habbo tonight? I assume you have to pay for Habbo now. Or
No,
some shit.
it's free. I think.
How can you? You can't RP though without
Talking.
talking.
Yeah, yeah.
You can buy stickies and you can buy sticky notes and put those on people's walls. I'm sure that was like.
Put more people. Grief me.
Make the RP really interesting. Set phasers to stun lightsaber noises.
Try.
I can't kind of want to do that. Join some sort of fan site, but make references to a different fandom.
You have to pick
As long as you
really
never,
hardcore ones.
never.
Or like go on to a Doctor Who one and we just talk about Inspector Spacetime. Or that'd be brilliant.
I think it would be better if it was a real fandom.
Inspector
Gadget.
Spacetime's a real. I imagine that's a real fandom now,
It probably is.
especially with the new American one they made.
Oh, that was fucking awful.
She had a tennis racket.
I'm confused and lost, but it's probably a good thing, I'm guessing.
In the community show, they have a show that one of the characters really likes. It's a Doctor Who ripoff.
Yep.
It's called Inspector Spacetime. And in one of the more recent episodes, they wanted to make an American version of it. And they got some people to watch it and suggest things. And the old Chevy Chase, the like really old man character, he suggested that the woman be fitter and walk around with a tennis racket, and that they have sex all the time. And then it became like a really terrible version of Doctor Who.
I've just had a look, and there are a lot of things classed as Doctor Who parody. Like
CSI New York.
has a Doctor Who parody in it.
Okay.
Right, but
Say, CSI New York, when did they put time travel in?
apparently there's a radio called Doctor What, a
Who?
radio show called Doctor What. I've heard people say this before, but Bill and Ted is a Doctor Who parody. I don't agree that it is.
Is this because they're travelling?
Yeah, it's just because they travel in a phone box, but I don't agree that it's
Not
a Doctor
really.
Who parody.
Looney Tunes backing action.
I don't know, did they do like a Doctor Who thing in that?
I don't know.
Every year, nearly 4 million cats are eaten in Asia. True fact.
Cool.
Yeah.
This was actually a conversation I was having with my dad when I saw him on Saturday. You know, with this whole problem with horse meat in foods and that, would you actually eat horse meat if given the choice?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't see what the massive problem is.
No.
You have to go to an expensive restaurant to get any horse
I'd eat
meat.
all-
Like
Any
it's a
meat.
it's a delicacy in France,
It's healthier for you as well.
right? Because given the choice, the chance to eat any of these random foods, I would. Like when I was at Download and they offered a kangaroo burger, I had it. It was damn tasty. It was one of the best burgers I've ever had. Like, and my dad was saying he's eaten snake, crocodile.
So yeah, that all sounds
I
really
would
good though.
love to eat these sort of things, but then it got me thinking.
Metal Gear Solid characters.
Like, what are red meats other than beef?
Isn't pork or red meat?
I thought pork would be a red meat, and then it got me.
Lamb.
Pork's the white.
Then it got me thinking: is red meat? Yeah, but is it? Is red meat just mammal meat? Because chicken, not a mammal.
Yeah.
Crocodile, snake, these are all white meats.
Yeah, could be.
But isn't human referred to as the other white meat?
No, humans are red meat.
But it's referred to as the other white meat. I've heard many
Because we
places
just
say
It's
that.
because we don't eat the black
Yeah,
ones.
but could it be? Dude. Wow.
So,
You didn't have to. But yeah, so what are the other red meats, or is it just a mammal thing?
I think it
Yeah,
could be
actually, that's
we'll
a good
Google
fit.
it, find out. You know, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, why are you asking the question? What's the point? Seriously.
No, you raised a good point. Have you got a dictionary?
No, I've got the internet.
What
So
are
on
red-
the same subject as meat, I'm doing a
Right,
report.
meat which
Wait.
is red when raw and not white when cooked. That's what red meat is.
So
I don't know.
I can't imagine humans turn like white when they cook.
I reckon it'd be like pork.
Yeah.
so it literally is just like beef, lamb.
Yeah.
White. So yeah, like, rabbit is white. Yeah. So it's not a mammal sort of thing.
Oh.
Lame.
So okay, meat.
Spin. Carry on, please.
Cows,
Okay.
sheep, and horses red. Yeah.
No, for a report at the moment, I'm doing this thing about in vitro meat because there's a problem with cows and the ozone layer and shit like that. So an alternative
There's a
is
problem with cows in the
yeah,
ozone.
no, not in
because
the
of their because of their farting.
yeah.
Methane.
No, I
gases
got
they
that.
leak.
I was taking
No, I
the
didn't
piss,
say in
but
the
I'm totally
ozone.
right.
No, you're right.
I know,
there
right.
are cows in the ozone, and that's where there's a problem.
That's why there's a hole because they're just chewing it.
There's far too many cows in the ozone.
Manual.
But no, one of the alternatives that they're working on is in vitro meat grown in labs. Would you
Oh,
eat
no,
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
That's been going on for
as
a
long as
while.
it's got the taste right.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They have got the taste perfect, haven't they?
No,
I heard they had.
no,
No, you're wrong.
Well, I heard they had.
Well, you're wrong.
I heard you're wrong.
no, because Heston, what's his name? That
Heston Blumenthal.
he's going to be cooking the first one, but it got delayed from last year, end of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because it didn't work out very
No,
well.
if they got the...
It currently costs $5 million to make a £1 or something.
Yeah, they should probably fix that.
Yeah, there's so many problems with meat.
Because I
I
like
won't go
steak,
into
but I
that
don't
here,
like steak
that's
that much. But no, if there's going to be nothing wrong with it, like health-wise,
Yeah.
I don't see a problem. And it tastes like what I'm expecting.
Well, that's the
to
problem
get.
because
Or better.
it's
It would
more
take
likely
out.
going to be used as an ingredient, like flours. You don't eat flour raw; you use it as an ingredient. So, because meat tastes like it does because of the blood and all of the
It's why I
substrates.
never understand people who have meat well done.
I do that as well.
Well, you eat
Yeah.
well done.
Well done.
I don't understand.
I
that.
asked it to be nuked.
Juicy.
I don't like. My husband, he has it. It literally says cremated. It's charcoal. I don't understand that.
You lose like all of the flavour.
Why? Yeah.
No, I agree that, but I just
Because
don't.
there's a reason.
Can't eat.
As a child, I didn't like steak because I always had it. I didn't get a choice on how I had it cooked. It was given to me and it was well done. And the reason I didn't like it is because I was there chewing it for so long because it was that tough. And then it was, how do you want your steak cooked? And I was like, there was a choice, and someone goes to me, medium rare. It's really nice. Had it medium rare, delicious. You get it done perfectly. It just melts in your mouth.
Mm.
No, I don't. Not really fan of
Blue's
blue.
weird.
Which is what I was getting back to with the kangaroo burger. That thing literally just melts in your mouth. I imagine kangaroo to be like a really tough meat because I just thought it would be a tough meat. It's really nice. So I can't wait for download this shit. I'm going to get me a fucking kangaroo burger.
I'm just going to buy a kangaroo.
Yeah, it's just like kangaroo. Murder the fuck out of it.
Import.
No, keep it alive and just.
You're like a
Wow.
lizard, right? It'll grow back. Kangaroo farm, just so you can keep killing them and get more. Can we have a kangaroo farm? Thanks, Matt.
Sorry.
Cool.
Where do you want to keep it?
Your bedroom. Burn. I don't know. I was just saying shit now. Retort. Catchphrase.
Can't retort.
Something about plankton on your upper lip. I haven't read that bash.org thing in ages, so I've forgotten what the actual conversation was. Pretty sure bash.org doesn't work anymore.
Bash.
Or it was that, or Limerick DB doesn't work anymore.
Bash is still there.
What about Limerick DB?
Seems the top one has changed. No, that's still not the top.
Where is it? The
Hey.
retort.
Yeah. It just hasn't changed.
Yeah, no, Limerick DB doesn't work anymore. Because that was the XKCD one. I like Limerick DB, it's fun.
Well, it's gone now. Get over it.
No.
What has crawled up your ass?
Yeah.
Made you an angry person?
I'm not an angry person.
Luckily, I saved a few for Limerick DB.
Absolutely no protest by anybody else.
Apparently I am angry, but I don't realise it. Or like John's saying that I'm an angry person.
But here's the thing,
Describe.
the way he talks about himself at work isn't who he is. He talks about this really angry person who shouts at people and abuses them and is going to get fired. Oh, you are.
I never said that.
No, but you talk about yourself as if you are this really angry person and you're really
It's
cruel
I only tell you
and
about the
mean.
people that piss me off.
That's everyone, according to you. But you don't describe this person that you are.
No, it's interesting.
Lucy and Lucy.
Maybe I'm a different person at
We'll
work.
see it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you ever go on Limerick DB?
I did.
There are some brilliant ones on there. One of my favourite ones is always the Porter one. It's there once was a buggy AI who decided her subject should die. When the plot was uncovered, the subject discovered that sadly cake was a lie.
Steve, man.
Steve Han.
Limerick Peep.
Why are you looking up the love calculator?
Seeing how long me.
Can you type in Matt and Tony?
Calculator.
Yeah. Because apparently me and Tony are only 40% likely going to that.
Nice. Matt and Tony, 100%.
Tony. 31%.
Oh.
Yeah, now we know it's fake.
Yeah, it's complete bollocks.
A relationship is very well
Matt, you might like this
possible.
one. There once was a writer whose fanfic was enough to make even Japan sick. Her /fic Link Ganon was clearly non-canon in the game's Link's Not Hungry for Mandic.
That's brilliant.
Huh?
I think I half get it. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Because Link isn't actually hungry for Mandic.
I figured that much.
You would, because of penis that you like.
Mm.
Did you go,
He did.
So I'm
Adam
apparently now I'm an angry man who likes peas.
So shit.
And that's where we're ending it. You heard it here.
Apparently.
Now.
Yeah, no, that's a soundbite. We're getting that on a T-shirt. Adam White is an angry person who likes man dick.
Yeah, I heard that all you guys are going to have like T-shirts made with like some sort of slogan which represents you, or was a famous quote from you, Adam.
From me, because you told me.
No, I said that I'm trolling through all our videos, finding things that would be good for T-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, I took that as in your.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
If you did have that, what would you have in a
I
T-shirt?
had Madonna go through my head. I can't help it.
All right, well, like if there was.
Damn it, Gatsby.
God damn it! No, that'd be your line.
I was hoping we could just have that on everyone's t-shirt.
Well, God damn it, Gatsby.
No.
Oh, like a virgin.
What? So like, I know. What would you? It's hard to do it for yourself, but what is your repeated line from Binarycore? It's hard to think
The
of.
final countdown.
This is why I wish the comics were still being drawn, because there's so many good jokes that I've got lined up. But at least your final countdown one's already out. You dropping down from the tree, jumping Adam.
Did that happen in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tackled you to the floor and then stood on you singing the final countdown.
I probably hit my head and don't remember it.
We often hit your head.
Lucy, who you looking at?
I hit your head.
That worries me.
I was looking at Reddit.
Why? What do you want your T-shirt to be? Dadge from Dadgegaming.
No, it's going to be subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah.
What is Dadgegaming?
What is game night?
Tony.
Yeah, bump that. No, can that be our thing? What is Dadgegaming? No, we've got your T-shirt. What's Dadgegaming?
Is someone going to actually explain it to me? Or is this going to prolong a joke?
Wait, you know how. You know how you're going to be his apprentice in all his videos. Please, at least once in every video, be like, "What is Dadgegaming?" Which helps secure the fact that he's Gavin.
Yeah.
What? No, what? When did we discuss this?
Last week.
Last week.
Was that Gavin?
Who's
Yeah.
Gavin?
Him.
Adam.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Huh?
See, Gavin's not angry, so I'm happy with it. 'Cause I'm not angry.
Gavin's also an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you want to be.
You're Gavin.
I'm not afraid of soggy bread.
That's fair.
Did he actually pass out in that video? Was that him?
I
Was he
realise what
acting?
you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Was he
No,
acting, or
passed
did he
out.
actually pass
He
out?
passed out.
Because he's just there, like bending over, and then suddenly gone. And I wasn't too sure whether
I attacked.
he was bending over, Tony
Ninja.
raped. I can't hear people go ninja without thinking Lethal Bizzle talking about that guy nicking his phone.
Ninja.
Was it Ben
Mitchell.
Ben Mitchell looking kid ninja?
Leave it.
Yeah?
So we should probably find a way to wrap this up.
With wrapping paper.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, we have to get rid of this body sometime.
Apparently it's still alive. What?
There's literally Snow White with her.
No! You can. I will smash your laptop to pieces if this carries on.
He hates Magical
No,
Trevor.
I actually will.
Why do you hate
So
Magical
angry.
Trevor?
Because they overplayed it.
Who?
They knew I disliked it, Adam and James. So I just
It's only that,
associated
it was
with
in
me
that
being
advert once.
angry in the car and unable to escape.
They played it in the car.
Yes. Over and over again.
Yeah?
Shit.
The best video is just.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm still going.
Okay.
It's just like that advert, the 118.
Calm down.
Yeah.
118 24/7. Give them a call. It's
No.
Directory Heaven. That's all I know. Sorry, it's stuck in my head now.
They did sell out a bit.
Yeah. And that's part of the reason David hated it, because it was on. He didn't. I don't think you heard of Magical Trevor before the adverts. I think it was the adverts that pissed
I
you
don't
off. And then I was like, "Oh, it's for Magical Trevor," and you were like, "I hate you. Stop playing this." And then we did it in the car, and you hated us.